Welcome to the Anxiety Connection. If you've ever struggled with anxiety and are ready to finally get some answers, you've come to the right place. Hi, my name is Wendy Leeds, and I've suffered with anxiety my entire life. Thankfully, I'm also a psychotherapist, and over the years, I've learned a lot about anxiety, where it comes from, and how to manage it. That's what this podcast is all about. So, let's grab a cup of tea and talk about it. If you're a regular here at the Anxiety Connection, you know I end every episode by wishing you peace, joy, and love. And I say it every week because it really means something to me. To me, those aren't just empty words, but a really deep, heartfelt wish for you to move past your fears and worries to a life of peace and calm. And that seems to be the exact opposite of what we're all experiencing everywhere in the world today. As I record this, we are right in the middle of the holiday season, 2020. This is the time of year when we expect to feel peace and love and tidings of comfort and joy. And we wish those things for everyone around us, but not this year. This year, we are still dealing with the challenges and changes brought on by COVID. This year, 2020, things we believed could never change, changed. Things we always depended on, our institutions, our schools, places of worship, stores, restaurants, our social connections, all of those things are no longer there for us. Things we've taken for granted all our lives, like a hug, a touch, seeing someone smile behind the mask, all of those were off limits. No touching, no hugging. And we couldn't even come together to offer each other comfort. What a year. And as this year comes to an end, many of us, maybe most of us, are still struggling with loneliness, emptiness, that feeling of being disconnected from the world. We're confused, afraid, lost, and isolated. And if I'm talking about you, if you hear yourself there, if you're feeling overwhelmed with sadness, worry, or a sense of emptiness during these holidays, or any tough time you're going through, whenever you listen to this episode, when you're going through a tough time, if you're going through a tough time today, I would like to invite you right into the heart of what's really important at these holidays in particular, in any time of a crisis or struggle, and every other day we're on the planet. If you haven't felt peace, joy, and love in a really long time, today's episode is just for you. Today, I want to share with you exactly what those words that I say so often, peace, joy, and love, mean to me. And then I would love to offer you some simple ways to welcome more of these lovely emotions into your life. My hope is that I'm offering you a sense of safety and ease through the most difficult days, because tough times show up, but they don't last. Peace, joy, and love are constant and dependable. So, let's begin with peace. I believe there are actually two parts to the concept of peace. The first part is that external sense of peace. What's going on in the world around you? Do you have peaceful relationships, a peaceful environment, world peace? These are things that exist outside you. And for me, that's the first part of peace. The second part is inner peace. That place deep inside you. That place where you can go to feel safe, no matter what's going on outside. Inner peace is a sacred sanctuary within. And that sacred sanctuary, that's what I want to talk about today. Because we're here at the Anxiety Connection to deal with anxiety. That's my mission. That's our mission. And I think of peace and anxiety as being exactly opposite. Peace is the absence of anxiety. When you're at peace, you can rest and breathe and live with joy and no worry. On the other hand, anxiety is the absence of peace. When you are anxious, believe me, I know it's tough to rest, you're tough to breathe, and you are haunted by that feeling that something's already gone wrong or it's about to go wrong. I think you know what I might be talking about. But here's what I believe. When you bring peace into your life, you crowd out that anxiety. I also believe that when you're connected with that sense of peace inside you, when you know it's there, you can step out into the world knowing all will be well with you because you feel safe inside. And that place inside you and me and all of us is where I believe all peace begins. And I'm talking about, all peace, internal, external, because I believe when you're able to find that peace within you, when you know you're safe, you can then share that sense of peace and safety with the people around you. And those people share it with the people in their lives, and so on and so on. And eventually, that peace, that sense of peace that began within you, flows out into the world. Maybe you've heard the song, Let There Be Peace on Earth and Let It Begin with Me. I believe that's the truth. External peace, that outside peace that we're all looking for, peace in your relationships, the environment, your community, and the world, that peace begins with the peace you find in your heart. It doesn't work the other way around. And wouldn't it be wonderful to be able to go inside yourself whenever you wanted, knowing that you could find a sense of safety and security and love just waiting there for you? Now, maybe you're thinking, Wendy, you don't know what you're talking about. There is no way I have a place of peace inside me. You don't know what I've had to deal with in my life. The pain, the trauma, the violence, the neglect. You have no way of knowing what's going on in my life today. COVID, unemployment, a sick child, an ailing parent, a crippling disorder, divorce, abuse, and a fear that haunts me night and day. And I hear you. I know that pain. Believe me, I know about that overwhelming fear that seems to come out of nowhere and make it hard to breathe or think. I know what it's like to struggle, to fall, to fail, and to feel lost and alone. But here's what I believe with every fiber of my being. I believe there is a place of peace inside every single one of us. Yes, yes, even you. No matter what you've been through, there is that place of peace in you. And it's been there all along. Maybe you just haven't known how to access it. And today, I want to share with you 3 steps you can take right now. We're going to do it together to find that place of peace that's inside of you, to find a place where you can go to be safe no matter what. So, as I said, no matter how you're feeling today, no matter what's going on in your life, no matter what you're telling yourself about what you can and can't do, I am asking, begging you to ignore that defeated, negative voice that's telling you can't and give this a try. I mean, what do you have to lose but worry and fear? Please, please let this be the place you finally allow yourself to open to the possibility that you could feel better. Are you ready? Okay. Step 1 is to sit up straight. Go ahead. Straighten your spine, square your shoulders, lift your chin, And as you do, notice how this small shift in your posture brings a beautiful sense of calm and ease to your body. I'm doing it with you, and I can feel my muscles relax, my shoulders, my jaw. Maybe you can feel that relaxation spread down from the back of your neck, down your spine, through your body, and deep into your bones. Oh, okay. Now take a deep, beautiful breath. Feel the air flow into your belly, expanding your ribs. And exhale slowly. As you continue to let your relaxation deepen, let's try something called square breathing. This is a really simple, calming breath that's as easy to do as counting to 4. And that's why I love it and talk about it so much. Now, as you just keep breathing in deeply, and I'm going to describe it at first, and then we'll do it together. The square breath involves breathing in for 4 counts, holding your breath for 4 counts, exhaling for 4 counts, waiting for 4 counts, then breathe in again. And if you just remember the number 4, you're all set. So, all right, let's do it together. Sit up straight and let's breathe in to the count of 4. Hold for the count of 4 and notice your relaxation deepens. Breathe out for 4 counts, knowing that it's the exhale that brings the sense of peace and ease. Wait for 4 counts, noticing a new sense of calm, and then continue. As we move to step 3, I'm going to ask that you just keep breathing in for 4 counts, hold for 4 counts, breathe out for 4 counts, wait for 4 counts, and just keep on breathing as I move to step 3. And step 3 is to replace those loops of negative thinking, the repetitive thoughts that you think over and over. I can't, I wouldn't, I shouldn't, they shouldn't, it's awful. Those thoughts, we're going to replace them by just noticing what you see around you. That's all. I know it sounds simple, but it is so powerful because simply noticing refocuses your brain, brings you right into the present moment, and it grounds you in reality and the truth of what really is. It is not about all those stories that you've been making up and telling yourself about crisis and fear and disaster and horrible possibilities. Believe me, I know I'm an expert at disaster thinking. But let me remind you, actually, the truth isn't what we make up. It's not those stories. The truth is what you see in front of you. That's real. That's the truth. All right, so let's take a look around where we are. And what I see is a peaceful room with a sleeping dog, and you may hear him snore. I see a wonderful man making sure all the technology works. I'm safe and I'm warm now. Nothing's harming me. There's no threat. There's nothing to worry about. I'm in a lovely, safe place. And that's the truth. There is nothing here to make me nervous, worried, or anxious. So let me ask you, what are you seeing? Do you see anything threatening or scary? Or can you say to yourself as well, hey, I'm safe in this moment. I'm safe and secure. Things are going okay. Nothing to fear right now. And as an important aside, let me just say, if you aren't safe, if you don't feel secure where you are, it's really, really important to take some action and reach out for help. You don't deserve to feel afraid. And I'm asking you, please, no more suffering. Reach out. There's help on the other side of the phone or wherever you go for help. No more suffering. However, if you're like me and you're realizing that you're safe in this moment, I hope you're noticing that all those scary thoughts were just thoughts. They're made up stories. They're not real. They're not true. What is the truth is right here around you. And chances are the truth is that you're safe and secure. Nothing to worry about. This is a place where you can rest and breathe. This, my dear friend, this is your sanctuary. This is your place of peace and security. And the good news is you can come here anytime you wish. You just sit up straight, breathe deeply, breathe the breath of 4, notice your surroundings, refocus your brain, ground yourself in the reality that you're safe right here, right now, in this moment. Everything else, all those frightening thoughts are made up stories. You are safe. And the more you travel this road inward to that place of peace, the easier the way becomes. And so, my friend, I always begin by wishing you peace. And I wish you great joy. And by joy, I don't mean the exhilaration of finishing a marathon, I wouldn't know personally, or reaching a mountaintop, and I will tell you about that one day. I'm talking about this ongoing focus on the pleasure of life, the comfort, the beauty all around you. Joy is about connecting with the idea that life is fundamentally good and reminding yourself of all the wonderful things you have in your life to be thankful for. The way I see it, finding peace is about looking inward, finding that sacred space within. Finding joy is about embracing the wonderful things in the world around you. I think of joy as a celebration of all the good we have in our lives and things we often take for granted. But let's start changing that. If you're serious about finding joy, just begin by focusing on the little things that bring you pleasure. The comfort of your favorite chair, the first sip of coffee, or for me, tea in the morning, the smell of baking bread, the sound of your car starting in the morning on a cold day. To me, that is the most beautiful sound in the world. Sound of my car engine purring to life on a cold winter morning. A beautiful sound, just saying. Another way to find joy is to get outdoors more often. Even if you can only get out for a few minutes a day, it can make such a difference. And once you're outside, why not look up? Notice that amazing sky. I don't think we notice what a really spectacular show the sky offers us every single day. If you're looking for joy, look up and notice the clouds, notice the colors, notice, how it shifts from day to night, the sun, the moon, the stars. It is a fabulous, spectacular show, day and night. So look up. There is great joy in the small things. But another way, and if you're really serious about finding joy, I suggest you find something you love to do and do it every single day without fail. I walk every day with my family and my dog, and that almost always brings me joy. We walk in a beautiful place, and every day I marvel at the beauty of the world around. But that may not do it for you, and you don't have to do anything that you don't love because that's not going to be joyful. But maybe there's something you love to eat, something you love to read, something you love to listen to. What if you just sang in the shower or texted a friend? It just had a laugh and just go on, look at a YouTube video, hang around with positive people. And here's a secret. Shh, don't tell. When you decide to include something joyful in your day, every day, when you make it a priority and go looking for things that bring you joy, guess what? You get more joy, and what could be better? Finally, if you want to experience joy in its most powerful, its purest form, give. Just give. Give your time, share your expertise, donate to causes and organizations you would love to support. Write the check, give the money, give your time. Because here's the deal. Giving not only helps those who receive, but research shows giving brings a sense of joy to the giver and anyone who is lucky enough to watch that generous act. Maybe you've watched those shows on TV where they build a home for someone and you feel that joy. Everybody involved in the act of giving gets to experience that joy. So if you're looking for joy, give and give of yourself. This brings us to love. As I said, I think peace is about going within and finding your sacred sanctuary. Joy is about embracing the world around you. And love is that powerful force that brings all of that and everything together. Love isn't just a feeling that we have. Love is an absolute, basic, fundamental need for every human being on this earth. Getting love and giving love is at the heart, an essential part of the human experience. And I'm talking about love as both getting love and giving love. And I think all of love begins with loving yourself. And I hear people say all the time, well, it's really selfish to love yourself. You're supposed to give to others. And that's true. But you can't give to others if you have nothing left to give. And I say it is exactly the opposite of selfish to love yourself first. You are such an important person in the lives of the people who love you, the people around you, the people who depend on you for love and support. And they deserve to have the very best you show up in their lives. And I've had people over the years say to me, oh, I don't matter. I'm alone. No one in my life needs me. And I always say back to them, you have no idea how your presence, your smile, a short email, a little moment in your day can impact the life of someone else. You owe it to yourself and the rest of us in this world to honor your greatness. Because I believe there is greatness in every single one of us, especially you. You owe it to all of us to nourish and care for yourself with compassion and understanding. You owe it to all of us to care for yourself. I mean, just love yourself tenderly, both physically and emotionally, especially during the tough times like this. So important. And you owe it to your beautiful self to forgive yourself for not being perfect. Wendy, it's an issue for me. You owe it to yourself to speak to you with the same upbeat, charming, wonderful understanding you would use to speak to a good friend. Because when you decide to love and nurture yourself inside out, when you truly learn to love yourself, that love flows from you out into the world, to the people around you and the people around them, and then to the world in general. Now, to make that process a little easier, I've been thinking about this, and I would love to share something I've been reading about recently, and that's the idea of blessing everything in your life, the good, the bad, and the ugly. So just think about this. Imagine getting up in the morning and blessing your partner, your children, your dog, your cat, your hamster. Imagine blessing your eggs and toast, your clothes, your shoes. Imagine blessing your car and your computer and your boss, the guy who cuts you off on your way to work, the dog that barked half the night keeping you awake. What if we blessed it all? I'm just wondering what that would look like if I did it, if you did it, and if we all did it. What if we all opened our hearts to bless all the good in our lives, to acknowledge the kindness, the love, the beauty, to acknowledge it, embrace it. And this is the hard part. What if we did the same for all the bad in our lives? What if we agreed that today, starting now, we are going to open our hearts even wider to bless the bad? As we move through the rest of this holiday season, I'm going to work on that. I'm going to work on opening my heart to share my love, to receive love, and to bless all of it with love, the good, the bad, and the ugly. This is my vow for the next few weeks, and I would love to have you join me. Thank you so much for being here with us today at the Anxiety Connection. If you would like to be a part of us, we would love to have you subscribe. And if you're looking for a great book to ease your anxiety, a book full of tools and techniques, and if you haven't heard, I'm so excited about this, a book to bring calm into your life, my book, Calm and Sense, is now on sale at Amazon. Yay! Now that brings me joy, and I hope it brings you joy too. I hope you get your copy, and I hope you love it. All right, until we're together again, my friend, from the bottom of my heart, I wish you peace, joy, and love. Thanks so much for being here with us today at the Anxiety Connection. If you'd like to be a part of the Anxiety Connection, we would so love to have you join us. Just subscribe and you're in. It's that easy. Now, if you found today's message helpful in any way, I would be so honored if you'd leave us a review. And if you haven't heard, my new book has been published. It's called Calm and Sense, A Woman's Guide to Living Anxiety-Free. And it's full of tools and techniques you can use to help ease your anxiety, soothe your panic, and create a calm, centered peace in your heart and in your life. If you'd like to learn more about how this book can help you, or grab a copy for yourself, you'll find a link to the book in the show notes or on my website, wendyleeds.com. And if you know someone in your life who's struggling with anxiety, why not pick up a copy for them too? What a thoughtful gift for someone who might be going through a tough time. Thanks again for being here, and I look forward to being together with you real soon.